Welcome back to Perfect Shine of Jacks. I'm Russ, your host, and today I have a special vehicle for you. Today we have a Bentley Bentayga, one of two that was made for the Art Basel art show in Miami. And I'm going to start the video off. We have fully corrected it, ceramic coated it, turned it back into pristine condition. But I am going to drop in the video showing you all the work we had to do along the way. So here we go. This is one of the most beautiful cars I have worked on. Absolutely stunning. This car came in with a lot of swirls and scratches on it. Looked like it's been through the car wash a time or two. And we did a 3-step correction on it and turned it into absolute perfection. Let me bring you around here. This car really came out nice. Spent a couple of days polishing this out, removing all the swirls and scratches. As you can see here, this paint is absolutely flawless now. One of the things that allowed me to chase perfection on this is that the paint was roughly 5 times thicker than on a normal car, because this is a custom paint job that was for the art show. So we averaged about 27 mils of paint all the way around it, and that gave us a lot to work with. Yes, the wheels came in and they were fairly hammered. We polished them, got them nice and shiny, really brought them out quite nice. We ceramic coated this with what I feel is the absolute finest ceramic coating today, which makes the paint uber slick and provides years of protection. I have this coating on quite a few vehicles that I've seen coming back to me for the last 6 months or so, and it is absolutely amazing. The hood, which really needed a lot of work, got polished out several times to remove all the swirls and scratches, and really just came out nice. This was quite a project. Several days of work, really getting the process dialed in and ceramic coated to keep it protected for years. Again, these wheels were pretty hammered. Did get a good polish on them, which didn't make them perfect, but it sure did get a lot better. I think if I open up the door here on the, yeah, there we go, the Art Basel, and this particular one was, let's see if we can see it here, one of two. Absolutely stunning vehicle. My towel down there to keep my feet from getting anything dirty. Absolutely beautiful. It was a pleasure to work on this. I appreciate the customer's confidence in me getting this returned to new. So here we are doing our pre-wash for the car, and I'm foaming it up with a little higher alkaline soap to help remove all the traffic film, any other waxes that might have been on it, and get the car prepped. So I'm not going to touch it here. We're just going to foam the car up really good, let the soap dwell for a while to loosen up the traffic film. Once that's finished, we're going to come in and we're going to rinse it off. Again, haven't touched it yet. We're just doing this to help remove all the grime and get everything off that we can without adding any additional swirls or scratches to it. And I noticed the car, although looking really beautiful, did have a lot of traffic film on it, a little bit of road paint on the bottom panels. And so we're going to do everything we can. We are using totally spot-free water here to keep from adding any water spots or anything to it. And it also helps it rinse really, really well. So a good rinse here, getting everything off of it. So when I come in for the contact wash, we're not going to add any additional swirls and scratches. Here I'm going to foam it up again using a different soap, one with a lot of lubrication. Foam up everything really well, and then we'll come in for the contact wash to get this car absolutely squeaky clean, so that when I pull it in and we get it clayed to remove any above surface contaminants, and use the ferrous metals remover, it's able to make contact with it and not over the top of any road film or anything that's already on the vehicle. So sit back and enjoy. This is definitely one of the more fun aspects of detailing the vehicles here. Just getting them foamed up good and seeing the results of just an ultra clean car once you pull it in and start working on it. All right, so now we're going to come in for the contact wash, and we're going to go ahead and start to wash it thoroughly, making sure absolutely everything is clean and that we don't miss any spots whatsoever. Yeah, ultra clean. And then we'll come in with another rinse. You just can't overlook the cleaning step because really it's the basis for everything that will follow it. So super good rinse here. You can see the water is laying fairly flat on the paint, so I know if there was any wax or anything on it before, it's off, because you can see really there's no water beading or sheeting going on. Everything's laying pretty flat on that paint. Okay, so as I'm getting the car prepped, I have sprayed the brake dust remover, ferrous metals remover over the vehicle, and on the hood, which is white, you can really see it. I'm going to bring you in here, and you will see all of the purple is brake dust, ferrous metals, that is just all over the vehicle, which I would expect. This vehicle has large brakes, and among other things, you can see that it has all that brake dust has been deposited. It's on the blue, but it is much more difficult to see it. But it's all over the whole vehicle. So we're gonna get to work, do the decon, clay it, wash it, get this thing ready and prepped for polishing and ceramic coating. This is gonna be good. Okay, so we've got the vehicle washed up, we chemically decontaminated it, we clayed it to get all the above surface contaminants off, and there was a lot. Got it brought back in, dried it off, and now I'm able to really do a thorough inspection. I looked at it good last night, but now that it's clean, I can really tell what I'm working with. So I'm gonna bring you in and show you what we got. So this is an absolutely stunningly beautiful vehicle. Now, one of the things the owner mentioned was that the wheels were somewhat scratched up. And while I hate to think that this vehicle has been through an automatic car wash, that is exactly what it looks like. That or somebody has been washing this very aggressively. So one of the things we're gonna have to do today, one of the challenges, is to polish these wheels back out and get all those swirls and scratches out of them, because it's really just taken away from the pop of the vehicle when it's out in the sun. So I did a little test spot. So over here, you can see where it hasn't been polished. We polished it over here. Gonna do a little more work on it, but it really brought it out nice. This way, when it's out in the sun, it's not gonna look all opaque and hazy and just not have that pop that this vehicle deserves. So as we work around to the hood, this white is really the same way. What's my finger there? Okay, so as I bring it over, you can see that this hood has scratches and swirls in it for days here. Now, again, I hate to think this has been through an automatic car wash, but there are just a lot of swirls and scratches, which again are just keeping this paint from really popping when it's out in the sun. So we've got our work cut out for us. We're gonna go over everything. We're gonna polish and ceramic coat the entire vehicle. And you can see here, it's a little harder to pick up in this particular light, but you can see we've got a lot of swirls and scratches on the blue as well. It hides it much better because it's a pearl, so it does hide it better. There we go, you see quite a bit more of it there. So we're gonna get to work and turn this thing into just rock star status. We're gonna make this absolutely beautiful. It is one of only two made, I'm told to understand here. So we are going to dial it in, get it perfect, get those wheels back, and make it beautiful, and I will bring you in along the way for the ride. So I want to check the gloss meter and just see what we're getting out of this paint. And I'm going to bring you around here, and you'll see on the hood, the gloss meter is giving us 99.8, and this is before I've done anything with it. Yeah, mid-90s. Yeah, mid-90s. This car is worthy of something way over 100. So we're going to get to work on that part of our checklist and what we're going to be capable of. And so I'm going to get to work, and I'll bring you back after I've done a test spot. Okay, so I've done a test spot, tried a few different pads and polishes out, kind of dial in the process. And let me bring you in and show you what we've got. So you can see here, let me dial that down a little bit. All right, so I zoom in so you can see all the swirls and scratches, and right here is my tape line. As we come over, we've got a little one there, but as we move over, I've taken out just about all of them. Not perfect, but very close. So let's take the gloss meter and see what we're getting with the gloss meter now. That's what I'm talking about. 107. This car is worthy of a good high 100 on it. So I know what we got to do to it, and we're going to get to work making it beautiful and make the owner really happy. So I'll bring you in for the rest of the process. All right, so as I'm working on the edges here, I'm using the Flex Pixie. I could do this with several different polishers, but I'm trying to stay right in between the two edges there, not get up on an edge too much. And we're gonna polish out all of the swirls and scratches that are on the side lip here of the hood. So we're gonna go over that several times, get it dialed in. The whole vehicle ended up getting polished out 3 times so that we could really get that gloss meter ultra high and ultra reflective and make this paint really pop. So no detail is being overlooked, and the hood, of course, is one of the showpieces. Here on the driver's side, you can see in the door all of the swirls and scratches that are here in the door. So we've got a work cut out for us, a couple step procedure to get them out, get it super glossy and reflective, and you can see them there. Here I've went ahead and taken all the swirls and scratches out, or the vast majority for this step of the correction. And as you can see, the paint is absolutely flawless. There's not a single swirl or scratch, and if there's something still left behind, I'm going to catch it on the next go round. So looking absolutely beautiful. Here you can see the B-pillars. The one on the right has not been polished. The one on the left has. And just ultra reflective there, taking all the swirls and scratches out, looking really good. All right, as we're here on the driver's side, the passenger door, you can see this part's really reflective. And then right there, I'm going to point it out, you can see that somewhat haziness. And that's just the paint that's been beat up a little too much, has not been polished yet, and it's quite a bit hazier. You'll notice on the left, it's quite a bit shinier, a lot richer blue color, which I've polished. So you can see the line and see where we're at. Right now, that step of the polishing, I've got 103, and on the part that hasn't been polished, we're only at mid-90s. All right, here you can see the B-pillars, nice and shiny and reflective. All the scratches are gone. And here on the rear portion of the vehicle, you can see lots of swirls and scratches here on the top part of it, which we're gonna get removed, make it absolutely flawless and showroom condition. So we've got a work cut out for us. We're going to get to polishing that, and we'll bring you back and show you the completed part. All right, we're towards the end of the day, and this has been ceramic coated. I want to bring you in close and just show you the extreme gloss of the vehicle and just how perfect it has came out. I've got the light just right so you can look at it and just see how incredible of gloss and shine we got. All right, well, if you've got a Bentley, maybe you've got the other one of the two here, or any car, you've got a daily driver that you want to get polished out, brought back to new condition, maybe get it cleaned up, looking good so you can sell it. Here's the number to call. 904-575-0258, on the web at perfectshineofjacks.com. If you're in Yulee, Fernandina Beach, Amelia Island, South Georgia, or Jacksonville, give us a call. We can take care of it. If you got something out of this, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. We do appreciate it, and look forward to bringing you some interesting content next time.